Good morning. So today is the end of week 3, so the beginning of week 4. This is just my weekly progress update. I'll go ahead and get right to it. Well, I guess not too right to it. So did start learning another song today. It is Molly Malone, and not today, this week. Sorry. I am recording this early in the morning and my coffee hasn't kicked in yet, so we'll see how this practice session goes. Anyways, yeah, so let's go ahead and get this music popped up here. I'm gonna go ahead and start with some scales and then go through some of my Suzuki music before I go to Molly Malone, kind of as a warm-up. So let's go ahead and start with my D major, and then I will move on to my G major. Alrighty, good start. Wow. Alright. Do that a couple of times, warm up. Got my daughter as an audience today, so you might hear her a few times. So we're gonna go ahead and do that again, and hopefully she's not fighting the my huskies too much during my play. So let's go ahead. So what just happened there, because up until this point I've been using just 1, 3, and 4. Molly Malone uses my second finger, which is A, B. I'm not quite sure with all the notes yet. We've been doing by numbers. Let's see. A, B, C sharp, and D. So then this would be natural, C natural. Okay, so I went to go over to C natural. I've been practicing Molly Malone a lot, so that explains why I went to second finger on this. So let's see if I can kick that habit. Alright, a little bit more warming up. Let's go to my G major. Now at the end of my G major, I really need to review my video with Jonathan. I forgot what the terminology for what the last part is. I'll probably look it up after this video. Probably should have reviewed at least the terminology right before this video. So at the end of my G major, I'm going to do G, go to G on my D string, and then whatever that is called. But actually, I need to work on doing keeping my fingers, my 3 fingers on my G string, and my fourth ready for G on the D. So, anyways, let's go ahead and do G major and lead up to that. So a little sloppy, but I'm gonna try to keep this down to this video down to the 25 minutes like I normally do. So let's go ahead and move on to Suzuki. First, let's check out our time here. So I did 6 minutes on scales. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just start, kind of go right through these songs. French folk song in the Suzuki book, and then move on to Lightly Row. Definitely, you can notice I'm a little distracted. I've got my huskies playing in the background, and I'm not used to having an audience, my little daughter here. So, I need to kind of tune into my music here and worry less about all the chaos happening in the background. So let's do that one more time and then move on to the next. So. I just decided to end it prematurely. Decided to end it prematurely, and my daughter's putting flashcards into my face. Baby girl, can you please put those down?
Score.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. This is gonna be an interesting session. So this is the fun challenge of playing or learning this cello with 3 little kids, 6-year-old and twin boys, almost 3. So yeah, it's fun. A lot of the dedicated practice time happens at night. I tried the morning this time, and as we can see, my daughter woke up early just to hear me play. All right, so Lightly Row. Great start. She's trying to play cards with me remotely while I'm doing this.
No, I'm keeping score. I'm keeping your
you're keeping
score.
score? You're keeping score of all my mistakes?
No. Okay. But when you play good.
Oh, okay. Just keeping scores when I play good. All right.
Keeping's awesome.
All right, let's go on. This is going to be the Song of the Wind in the Suzuki book. Almost tempted to just pretend that repeat wasn't there. Because the first time through was great. The second time, well, we saw that.
2 score.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to
You're getting a lucky score this time.
Go Tell Aunt Rhody. I like this one. This one's pretty fun to play. So.
This.
Yeah. Shh. All right, so let's go ahead and one thing that I don't know if anyone noticed, but the difference in my finger positioning this time. Been working on some things with Jonathan as far as the what I did on that scale, where I leave some fingers on, and let's say I play leaving my 3 fingers on my D string, but if I'm playing B, I'm moving my 1 finger over. So I've been working on a lot of these finger transitions while leaving my other fingers prepped for the notes before. And Go Tell Aunt Rhody has some. Go Tell Aunt Rhody has some. Shh, baby girl, Daddy's trying to concentrate. Go Tell Aunt Rhody has some places where I can really make use of that. Some 8th notes going from, I'm prepping for 8th notes. So when I'm doing a couple of my B's, I'm going A. Going down to my A. Granted, if my fingers were in the right position, but that helps me. I know from our prior videos, I was having a harder time switching quickly from some kind of fingering on my A string to my D string. Well, this was helping me with that. So at least that's my thought process on it. Nothing. That's kind of how I play this song. I don't know if that's correct yet. I need to go over that with Jonathan. Was doing that on will be on Molly Malone when I do it, though. That's how Jonathan taught me. So, anyways, let's do this one last time. Let's see what our time is at. I want to leave some time for Molly Malone. Okay, yeah, we're at 16 minutes. I can do one more playthrough here. Go tell Aunt Rhodey, and then go on to Molly Malone. Okay. Waving cards in my face. I don't know if I don't have my video up to see if some of those are making. Okay, put one of those cards up. I just want to see if your cards are making it into the shot. Like you were? Oh, okay. Just saying. All right, so I am describing to you guys what's happening slightly off screen. All right. So let's go ahead and do Molly Malone. At least the beginning. So. Beginning, I might go ahead and post a link to Molly Malone so at least someone can see the music that I'm going through. Or I might figure out how to get Molly Malone up in the corner of this screen. I honestly don't know. For posting. But, so it begins with the first, let's see, measures. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8. So the first 9 measures are the beginning of the song. However, measures 2 through 9 are a repeat. So that's the part I've made it up to so far, and it is a little bit technical. That's where I'm learning these finger transitions, where I leave some fingers on my G or my D string, prepping note G and moving on to my A string or B, and then hitting B. So it's a lot of transitions, and this is where I start using C natural. So it's a little bit more technical. Let's see. I've been working on it. So 2 things. If you do pull up the music, or if I do put up music, my bowing on this is off sync of the left and right bow. Reason for that, there's a couple of slurs there that I'm still waiting for a reply from Jonathan, but there's a couple of slurs legatos. I used to play wind instrument, so we called these slurs. Legato. So it's a dotted quarter note to an eighth note with a bar above it. I don't know what that means. I've been playing it, and how I played it with Jonathan is as 2 separate notes. So I'm not sure if there's a bow technique there that I don't know of, but that's the only place I can think of that my bowing technique is off enough to leave my bow off sync of where it should be during the song. So bowing technique aside, and then there's a couple other legatos that I may or may not play. I was practicing it first through getting it to at least being able to hit all the notes, and then working on my bow technique, or at least not technique, because obviously I can see from my own video my bow needs some work, but it's a lot of working on this first before going to this. At least I think that's Jonathan's theory, especially since the bow is 80% of how you play a cello. So we want to get that other 20% down. Anyways, enough talk. I could talk for a long time, at least. So let's go ahead and get this going. We are on 20 minutes, so let's see if I can do a couple goes through. Please put that down.
Hey, do I have
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that was scratchy. I'm not even going to play the repeat on that. I want to, and yes, I know that this is off. She was pointing that my my tuner is off. I have my tuner down here, but I usually only have it on for my scales or tuning in general, which I do before these videos. Okay, yeah, go ahead. All right. I swear I played this much better yesterday. So, all right. I wonder if position. All right, let's go ahead and work on my position a little bit. All right. Getting really distracted.
I'm showing your score.
I can't blame her. It's early in the morning and Daddy's playing the cello. He doesn't play it much around her because I try to do it without distractions. But that's okay. Okay, let's see. I think I'm mentally psyched out for this song. Hey, can you please put those cards down? Daddy's trying to cause no. Can you put them down, please? Thank you. Okay. This is really bad bowing technique. Okay. Trying to get my work on my straight bow. I was trying to review it. Okay, let's go into Molly Malone. One or two more times. Okay, again. so now I know not to practice in the morning because this is not a good time for me. So midday is usually a good time for me. I did better yesterday. Let's check out our time, see where we're at, and see if I can keep practicing. Alright, I'm at 26 minutes. I can go ahead and, yes, I see. I can go ahead and do this one or two more times. I know my last couple of videos were 25, but I'm trying to keep it within that range. I really want to get this down, or at least show you guys how good I was doing yesterday. But this just may not be the day. One more time, and then I'll stop torturing you guys with my screeches. Just give me a second to not unpsych myself. Okay. I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. Near the end there is where I start having problems, especially going after all of my focusing on these other strings, going from my 1 to my, from my B to my G. I'm still having a hard time making sure that I hit the right position or actually getting it in my intonation right. So that's what slips me up near the end there anyways. Thank you guys for watching. This was the end of my week 3, beginning of week 4. If someone has a suggestion on how I should be counting this, please do. Like, I would like to say, oh, this is week 4, but that would mean I had 4 weeks of practice. Technically, this is the end of week 3, beginning of week 4, so I've had 3 weeks of practice. I don't know the best way to do it. So, anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.